Hey guys, welcome back to the Way of Truth Tarot. My name is Mandy. Today is going to be number 17 in the Jonbenet R Ramsey investigation. I have gone through all of Jon Ramsey's children from his first marriage all the way to Jonbenet. So I just did Burke. And now we're on to dear little Jonbenet. And we're going to... Essentially, I'm just going to do the same thing I did with the other kids of Jon. We're just going to look at her first. And in her case, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go through her whole childhood. Because she only lived to 6. So it'll be her first 6 years. And we're going to notice we're just going to see what comes up. I'm going to try to disregard all my other readings and everything and just focus as if I'm kind of doing it from scratch. Everything in this video is alleged and my opinion based on the energy and the card meanings, not facts. Alrighty. Give me... One row is going to be from 0 to 3. Second row is going to be from 3 to 6 years old. We have the King of Swords in reverse. We have the 10 of Cups, upright. We have the Queen of Swords, upright. And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. The King of Swords in reverse is not a good card. It is about abuse of power. It is about manipulation. And it's about being inhumane. Then we have the 10 of Cups. This is about family love and support and fulfillment. Excuse me. The Queen of Swords is like constructive criticism. And the Knight of Cups in reverse is about avoiding conflict. So what I'm feeling with this is that there was this overshadow of abusing somebody's power. Okay, that was like overshadowing everything. This card is representing the fulfillment of Jonbenet being born. Okay, they're happy that she was born. Queen of Swords upright with the constructive criticism is okay. We have this very strict, almost like controlling dictatorship type energy over the whole house, okay? Jonbenet is born. They're like, yes, we're happy. We have our girl. But we are going to like, constructive criticism, like, we're going to mold her and shape her from a very young age into, we're going to mold her and shape her into our objective. And then also the Knight of Cups is about vanity. So it's like there was this energy of not wanting to disappoint. I'm going to do whatever I can to avoid conflict. And there's this air of jealousy too that was directed her way in some way. This is all from 0 to 3 years old. I mean, okay, let's go from 3 to 6 years old. Interesting. So the same card that came out for Burke in the first card of his second row was this, and this is for Jonbenet too. This is about learning to cope. Learning to cope with everything that was put on her. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. And this is about a lack of reward. Low effort. A lack of growth. And it's right underneath the Ten of Cups. Also, the Nine of Swords in reverse, the learning to cope, is underneath the dictator abusing power card. So that's directly saying, I'm learning to cope with this. And this brings on a whole bunch of things. Okay, this is the Emperor, and this is specifically representing the father figure. Respect, leadership, discipline, and control. Interesting how it's right underneath the card that represented Patsy, sorry. And then we have the King of Wands upright. And this is about power, charm, and a natural born leader as a person, but as an action, it's taking control over something. And it's right underneath the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this card represented avoiding conflict, like doing whatever she was told to avoid conflict. And this was right underneath, or this is underneath that. So taking control of herself to avoid conflict. And this is That's 6 years old. So what this is showing me as a whole is that we have plans for this child. There is something bigger overshadowing everything. And that is extremely toxic, abusive, inhumane energy that is controlling all of us. And keep in mind, this isn't representing Jon, really. This is representing Jon. So what is this? Like, what is this? A person? Is this an entity? Like a group of people? We'll get into that in the later readings. Don't worry. But basically, this was no childhood. Not what you would want for your child, I don't think. There's no play here. There's no innocence. Like, I don't, it's all controlling her at like every aspect, like mother controlling her, father expecting things of her, her learning to cope with this evil energy that is just encompassing everything. Okay. All right. Whispers time. Government. Fired. Warnings and alarm. So I have a guidebook for these whispers cards. And it wasn't available when I first got the deck, but it is now. And so I'm going to just check the other meanings for the fired card. So, I mean, yeah, it has to do with losing a job. So we know that Jon Ramsey had government contracts with Access Graphics, okay? It was a subsidiary of Lockheed Martin, which is defense contractors. Job termination. And then a warning about that job termination. Like, okay, that book didn't really help me with what I wanted to know. Let's get tokens because I need to get some direction on this firing. Be a token that will help make this, and see, I don't look at what I'm doing. Give me a token that helps make the fired card make sense. We've got 2. We've got a bell, like a little bell that you would see at a cash register, and a 4-leaf clover. So 38 is the bell. Something needs your attention or servicing. Okay, so this needs our attention. Got it. 31. A rare find. Okay. So a rare find. This is making me feel like whoever this card is representing, it's somebody that we have not heard of. We haven't heard this name come up in her investigation. Okay? It's rare. This person is like untouchable in a way, but it needs our attention. And it's directly related to Jon's work. Okay, let's get some tarot. Please, give us some explanation on this fired card and who it is. The moon. Secrets. The unseen. So somebody that we have not seen in this investigation yet, yes. Somebody who is holding secrets that have to do with this investigation. Negative indulgence. 9 of Cups in reverse. Dishonesty. That's the Ace of Swords in reverse. Also about destruction and poor judgment. And this is about repressing emotions. So, 3 of Swords in reverse. But really, this is making me feel like I don't have remorse. Like I'm not sad. I can move on with my life type of thing. I can recover from this very easily. And like I said, this person's untouchable. So yeah, they can recover from this very easily because they have the power to do so. Allegedly, my opinion. So what this is telling me that it's an affiliate of Jon's, which my other readings showed that. Okay. And I believe in some of my other readings, the fired card came up too. So okay, let's get the energy of this person, okay? The energy of Jonbenet and the energy between them. So give me one card that represents the energy of this person that we are talking about. And with the fired card, I believe that they no longer worked for Jon at the time. Or they resigned shortly after. Oh my God. Did you see that? You saw that, right? Okay. Look, it's the devil. And okay, so that is the person. Allegedly, my freaking opinion, that is the person. Okay. I really was not expecting that. I really wasn't. Okay. So that's the energy of the person. Let's get the energy of Jonbenet. The moon. Again. Fears. Confusion. Secrets. And let's get the energy between them. Okay, 2 cards came out. So strength in reverse. Remember, this is the energy between these two. Jonbenet and the person I believe that caused her death. Strength in reverse. This is vulnerability. And inner turmoil. And feelings of inadequacy, which is what that type of abuse would put on that girl. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which is being left out in the cold, isolation, poverty. And what's interesting is that this is a pentacle suit, and I believe that there was money exchanged in these meetings that they allowed her daughter to be subjected to. They were financially being compensated, or they were being compensated in some way that was of value, a lot of value. Oh my God. Oh, okay. This person does this to other people. Well, not just Jonbenet. Okay. I'm going to leave this here because I'm going to go on to the next reading. And the next reading, well, just watch the next reading and you'll understand. Okay. I hope this served you well. If you haven't subscribed, please do so if you're enjoying my content, and all that. And for those of you who are subscribed, and everybody, I just appreciate you and your support. It's awesome. And I will see you in the next video.